What's up, Inside Lines fam? Welcome back to a new season of Inside Lines podcast. Can you believe it's season 6? I'm your host, Atoya Burleson.
And I am Tia Avril.
Coming up a little later in the show, we have an important announcement to make. But first, let's get into the off season. Tia, what's been going on with you?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I feel like the last time we had this conversation, I said, I overcommitted myself. And I did it again. It's been a crazy busy off season. The kids' sports have been absolutely out of control, and we're trying to squeeze in a family vacation here and there. But I said it last year. I'm not going to overcommit myself, and I did it again this year. But I learned my lesson.
It's so easy to do. It's so easy to do,
Girl.
Especially with kids.
Girl.
Are you doing anything for you, though?
Am I doing? So, yes, I've been working on like some fun projects and stuff this summer. Again, trying to squeeze it in between all the things with the kids. But I'm super excited for some things that I've been working on, getting back to me, so to speak.
Well, we'll talk about that a little later.
Let's talk about your off season.
Yeah, I sent another one of my kids off to college. So I have 2 down, 1 to go. I have just my daughter who's starting high school in the fall. So I have 4 years with her. So that was really hard, but also a blessing. So to know that they're both going to be at the same school and I get to go cheer them both on offense and defense. I'm super excited about that. No days off, but I'm excited about it. And then also just still working on, I launched actually the end of April. I launched My Ladies Playbook, which is basically a website platform that provides resources and recommendations for women that are moving to a new NFL city and team. So it provides anything that you would need from like a doctor to an OBGYN, also pediatricians, a realtor, trying to figure out where to live. All of those things are so important when you move. So figuring that out is very, very important. And I don't know why the NFL still doesn't have that yet, but I just said I'm going to just create it for these women. Yeah. And then also aside from that, I just thought about the things that really meant the most to me. And, obviously moving is stressful. You need the resources and recommendations, but then being the new girl is never fun. So what I created in the website was it's basically a chat platform where they can just reach out and say, hey, I'm Atoya, I have 3 kids, I'm new on the team, I would love to connect with someone, and people can welcome them and they don't have to feel like the quote unquote new girl. And then thirdly, I felt it was important in the 11 years that I was in the league with Nate, I met some amazing women that were doing amazing things, but no one really knew about their businesses. So I'm housing their businesses on the website so we all can go and support one another. So it's been really fun. There's more to come, more to announce, but that's kind of what I've been doing really for the past few years, but it's like real this year. 2024 has been very, very real for me. So excited about that. Excited to, learn from the ladies and also just really learn about other businesses that want to put their businesses on the website so that other women can support them as well. So that's where I am with that.
Yes. Well, first, congratulations.
Thank you.
That is amazing. And to your point, not just NFL wives, but athlete wives in general, we have to pick up and move at the drop of a dime, and having a central location for those types of recommendations, to your point, has been amazing. And then also just knowing that another, because I know you mentioned business recommendations and stuff like that, knowing that another person in your shoes utilize a business, utilize a service, kind of makes it feel okay, because, you move into a new area, you're a little sketchy about the situation. So definitely a great resource. So congratulations again on Ladies Playbook.
Thank you so much. I was just thinking, it feels like Super Bowl 58 was just yesterday. And yet here we are gearing up for the 2024 NFL season. I don't know where the summer goes, where the off season goes, but can you believe that we're about to start a whole new season and fantasy football is right around the corner?
Look, and then to your point, I know we just said this is the start of season 6, but we actually started this 7 years ago, right? We keep talking about that one season that never made the light of day. So
good old COVID.
Good old COVID. And then just the year is just flying by. So I don't even think we ever did a rundown on the Super Bowl show.
I know. Super Bowl was amazing. We had some amazing, incredible women on there, from Holly Robinson Pete to, who do we have? Madupe Congleton, Kendra Bracken Ferguson. We had Sandra Douglas Morgan on there. We had Sibley on there, Sibley Scholes. There was just all of these amazing women, not to mention the NFL wives that were on there. We had Shariah Gordon, we had Chelsea Gallimore, we had Adrian Perry. So it was incredible. The women were phenomenal. And I just can't wait to do it again. I love getting women together. And I think that's one of the big things about this season is just building community, being on the grounds and, really just kind of meeting people in person. I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Yeah. And I feel like, I know we say it every year and y'all get it every year, but each year the Super Bowl show itself just keeps elevating. And I walked away with so many gems, so many things. And the good thing about this show is that you don't have to just be an athlete's wife or an NFL wife to pick up tools, tips, and things to move through life. And so it was great. I had a great group of friends that came out to support, and they were like, yo, you guys put on a real ass show, like so dope.
Yeah.
So if you missed it last year, make sure you guys come check it out next year. And
I was going to say, and go back and check it out. We have it on our podcast. You can listen to all the amazing women. We have women in sports and business, incredible women that are doing amazing things. And I think we can all learn something from each one of them. So definitely check it out before we start the new season. So speaking of the new season, let's talk about a few changes. There's some fun things going on. We have, we're going to continue the women in sports segment, which is going to be great. But I also wanted to add on like a big business segment. I think it's important to highlight women that are doing amazing things so that we can all learn from them. So we're going to add that on there. And then we're going to hit the ground running. Inside Lines is going to be coming to your city. We are going to build community, be right there where you are. We've heard that a lot. And I think it's important for us to come together as a community and touch each other, reach out and touch instead of everything always being virtually. And I know that's a little different for you, Tia, because should we make the announcement?
Yes, we can make the announcement.
Okay.
So, clearly, Atoya and I have talked about this already, but so like I said, this year has been just absolutely crazy for me, just in terms of trying to balance different projects. But then also, I've been trying to do a better job with, just listening to myself and going where growth is for me. And so, we said we've been doing the show for really 7 years. And it's been fun. I've learned a lot about myself, got to meet some amazing women along the way, and got to embark on this project with a really great friend. But I think that now it's just time for me to do some different things, right? And do some more projects that are more personal to me. And just kind of get back to really being Tia and what that means for me. So I have decided to step away from Inside Lines, not completely in that, I won't always be a supporter, always be here to hop on a mic, because y'all know I got plenty of them, to lend a voice, to talk to women or whatever the case may be. But this will be my final episode with Inside Lines.
But you're still going to play fantasy football. You're still going to lead a team.
Because y'all know I'm still going to do fantasy football for sure. But like I said, I'll still be involved in supporting and all the things. Of course, I'll be doing fantasy football because y'all know I can't not do fantasy football. But yeah.
Well, Tia, I just want to say that embarking on this was really, really fun. I really enjoyed it. It has been... we learned along the way, right? We learned along the way. And, I think back to like when we first started to now, and I want to say to you, I want to give you your flowers and tell you that I've enjoyed seeing you grow as a mother and a wife, as a friend, of course, as a podcaster, but just as a human being, just like the growth of who you are, figuring out what you want to do and who you want to be. And I'm going to miss, cracking jokes with you on the side all the time. But I know you're not going to be gone for good, which is great. And it's not going to be the same without you. So I thought that we should take a look back at some funny moments that we've had throughout our time together. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going to send the first one to you and you have to watch it. We'll watch it together, and then we can comment on that. Hold on one second.
Okay, pause. I'm going to grab my phone then.
Okay. Oh, you didn't have it. Okay.
I don't have my phone. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
It's just right here.
Yeah, so this is the first one. This kind of takes us back, so this will be fun for you to watch. It should be pull it up.
Okay, it just came through. Oh, this is so funny. Okay.
All right, ready?
Yes.
Go. Okay, so the first question I have on here is, do you know players that have cheated?
Is water wet? Is the sky blue? Is water wet? It is the sky blue. That is hilarious.
It was one of my favorite ones.
You surprised me with that one.
I had to bring them out. I'm like, I got to go back down memory lane with my girl because these are funny moments that we all enjoyed. Okay, I have another one for it. Well, before we go to the next one, tell me, looking back, what did you think watching that?
Okay, so number one, I was surprised that you asked that question. And I don't know why, I feel like people often ask that question, but maybe I just was caught off guard. But I mean, everybody act like athletes aren't just regular people, right? So you're asking, oh, do you know athletes that have cheated? It's like, do you know men that have cheated? Yeah, the water is wet, okay, and the sky is blue. So yes, but we get that question all the time. But
all the time.
That is hilarious, but it also puts me back because we were in studio in New Jersey, right where we started.
Yeah.
With One of One Productions, who they have grown and went on to do a lot. So definitely very fun time.
Yes, I agree that it just takes you back to where it all started, and being in person is so much easier and so much more fun. So
yes.
Just when I saw that, it made me bust out loud. I'm like, I have to put this one in there. Okay, I sent you the next one. You ready?
All right, go ahead.
All right, ready? Go.
I tell you what, one thing I will never try, and that is cooking a turkey. Okay, I am not interested in that level of complexity. Okay, y'all got it.
That actually is one of the easiest things. I'm gonna teach you.
That is not the easiest.
We're gonna have to do Thanksgiving again because I'm gonna make your butt get in the kitchen because you go. I think that you hype it up in your mind and then you be like, oh, that's all you put on there. Oh, that's all you do. You just butter it. You just add a little, and I cook it upside down so the juices go into the turkey, and I slow cook it overnight. That's why I don't burn mine. I put it on 225. Slow cook it. The next morning, you pull it out as juicy.
Look at this. Okay, now this is funny.
I'm telling you, Tia, I'm gonna teach you. You're gonna be like, girl.
Clearly, y'all hear this is Atoya's holiday to shine. Okay,
so number one,
but I hate it. Okay,
y'all know one. I still feel the same way. I will never cook a turkey. Okay, not in my ministry.
The fact that you said you hate it. You said I hate it.
Listen, okay, I freaking hate cooking. I do, and I try, but I hate it. But cooking a turkey, if y'all look at that clip, Atoya is very intense when she's explaining these instructions on how to make this turkey. Now, I will say, she is the first person I heard talk about cooking the turkey upside down, which makes sense. Why do you want all the juices in the bottom? Why ain't nobody eating that?
Thank you.
So, yes. But again, you won't catch me cooking a turkey on Thanksgiving, okay? You will not.
Oh my gosh. I thought, just after I explained all of that, you were like, I absolutely will not. I hate it. And I was like, okay, well, we're going to move on from that. I thought that was one of the funniest things. You were like, and end of discussion. So yes, thank you for those moments. There's so many moments that we shared together, and I really appreciate that time. And I know life pulls us so many different ways, whether it's personally, in our marriage, with our kids, with our families. Life is just life, right? And I just want to say thank you for spending this many years with me. I'm going to miss having you on all the time. I know you can't travel. I know your kids, you're like in the thick of it like I was when we started, so I understand. But, I'll still be thinking of you, reaching out to you and cheering on your family because, I love y'all. Y'all will always be family to me.
The feeling is definitely mutual. Like I said, y'all, I'm not going far. I will still be supporting Inside Lines and supporting Atoya. I'm talking to you, supporting you and in all of your endeavors. And, I love me some Burleson family. So
thank you.
It's crazy. Meeting and seeing Nehemiah and Lil Nate in elementary, and now they're at school, and Lil Nate's in his second year of school. It is crazy to see how quickly time is flying, how quickly life is moving, which is just a constant reminder to make sure that if you have the opportunity to do the things that you love and, you have all these great ideas, whatever, like you do it, right?
Yes.
We talked about podcasting for years before we actually started, and look now, season 6, and the, Atoya and all her projects, like things that we have been talking about for years, starting to be fruitful. So
yes,
yeah, super excited.
Okay, so I have a question for you. What was one of your favorite memories when you look back on Inside Lines? Tell me one of your favorite memories.
Okay, so this happened really early on, but just a little bit of backstory. Atoya and I, we were talking about podcasting for, like I said, an extended period of time. And so when that first season came out, we were really green to podcasting. We just thought, turn on the microphone and get to talking, right? And of course, we quickly learned that's not what podcasting is. Well, the good ones, right?
Yeah.
And after the first season, or towards the end of the first season, when we got invited to do a live show at Neiman Marcus, I was like, one, we just started. Are we really ready for this? And two, like we had 3-week notice for it, right? And to see what we were able to do in such a short time frame, still being so new and so green. And you know me, I was terrified and overthinking and overanalyzing, but I had the great partner to do it with, because Atoya is always like, oh, they want us to do it? Okay, boom, let's do it. We doing it.
Jumping.
Every time, right? And so that will always go down in history. It's like just one of my favorite experiences with the show, because I didn't think we were ready, and when we got out there and killed it, and it was dope, and great people came out to support us, great conversations, like of course Nate and Cliff were there to support us. It just was a really cool feeling.
Yes. Shout out to the original OGs for season 1 when they came and supported us. To your point, we were a little nervous, but we knew it's what we wanted to do. And I'm so glad that you jumped with me, because I'm a jump. I'm crazy. I'm a jump. Okay.
You are definitely a risk-taking Gemini.
I definitely am a Gemini for sure. Okay. So I know you're leading, you're agreeing to be, you're still going to be a part of fantasy football, and you're going to lead a team. Tell me one of your favorite moments in fantasy football.
I don't think I have a favorite moment in fantasy football, but I really enjoy it, because you may think at the beginning of the season, like, oh, I just drafted a dope team. I'm about to go out here and kill it and do all these things. And if you haven't learned anything about the NFL, it is full of surprises. So as the season get going, you never know who starts to creep up and really, start leading the pack. And so it's always fun just to get in there and really be GM, like, all right, he ain't producing like I thought he was going to produce. Let me go see if I can start a trade or pick up a new player, so just those moments are pretty fun. But then also doing it with people who were also so new to fantasy football, and being able to teach them how to do it, and then getting to a point where you know more about the players in the NFL than your husband, like, always gonna be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so aside from being this busy mom with 2 boys that are playing sports, you're running them around, you're helping out your husband with his projects. I know you said you're working on your own. Is there anything that you want to tell us about before we get off?
So 2 things that I'm working on. I can't really reveal just yet, but Inside Lines will be the first to know when they launch. But yeah, it's fun. Like another thing that I have been doing is still in the podcasting space. I love storytelling, love speaking to amazing people. So stay tuned for a little announcement with that. But you know what? I'm going to surprise you. So we've always, or since we've been in Seattle full time, we've been investing in spec homes, flipping spec homes, right? But I've been kind of like hands off, like I'll come in for the number crunching or whatever and move on, right? But we are working on a really big project, and I've been doing the interior work. And it has been so fun going out and like seeing all these, the tile I picked, the wood, the slats, the this, the that, coming together.
Yes.
It really sparked and like opened up this part of my brain that I didn't know was there. And so I'm going to be doing a whole lot more of that, just like interior work for some of these big projects that we've been working on.
That's amazing. I remember you talking about it during the season last year. You were doing some things. So the fact that it's just sparked this creativity. And, that's very interesting because I remember you telling me when you first moved to Seattle, you're like, I need help picking out stuff. It's not my thing. And like, look at you now soaring. Flying high in the sky.
Let me correct you. I like picking out interior things for homes. Like I'm talking the tile, the plumbing fixtures, the light fixtures, stuff like that. This whole furnishing house stuff is not my cup of tea. Okay. It's not. It's not.
That's fair. Okay. Fair enough. All right. So you have to keep us posted. Let us know. Send us pictures. We would love to see maybe even some stuff you've done before and kind of what kind of sparked you into what you're doing now. That would be really fun to add in as we play this episode. But, before we leave, Tia, we have to play the 2-minute drill.
Come on. Yeah, no, I like this game. Let's go.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
Besides your husband, name your favorite football player.
Oh, who would I say? Probably Marvin Harris.
Okay. All right. If you could meet anyone in the world, who would it be?
Oh, Beyonce. Yeah. I know I love Beyonce.
Okay. Chicken pox or poison ivy?
Poison ivy. At least it's localized. Only one little area I can go about my business. Poison ivy.
Okay. Favorite female professional sports player?
Oh my gosh. I got to pick one. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, I'm going to say Asia Wilson right now, but I also love me some Simone Biles. I love me some Angel
you're
Reese.
cheating. You're cheating.
People.
Is there is there a professional sports player that you don't like? Male or female? Anyone in general?
You know what? No.
Okay.
No, I don't. There's nobody I like.
This is a question that I get a lot. You ready? Tell us the truth. Do you have a favorite child?
I do not have a favorite child, okay? And this is not me just being politically correct.
Politically correct. Okay. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Oh, okay. Right now, I just checked off my bucket list of going to South Africa. So right now I'm being pulled to Morocco. Right now, Morocco.
I love that. Is your glass usually half empty or half full?
Always half full.
Okay. What would you say to little Tia?
What would I say? I would tell her that she can do it. Right? I talk about all the time of like just being over analytical and just second guessing all the time, but you really can do whatever it is you want to do. And even if you fail, you did it. Like you did it. So
that's right.
She can do
100%. Mm-hmm. Okay. So do you have any final comments for the Inside Line listeners that you'd love to share?
Oh, parting words. I just really want to say thank you. This has been, or when I first started doing podcasting, it was amazing just hopping on the mic and doing my thing. Switching to video podcasting and doing year over year, doing in-person shows. At different points, I haven't been as confident as maybe I thought I should be or whatever the case may be. But the listeners and the supporters have always been my personal hype people, right? Like always speaking truth and speaking positivity to me. So, and I really appreciate that. Definitely got me through a bunch of second guessing, right? And nobody wants to be not so confident or not where they think they should be. So that has been amazing. And we've had some amazing supporters that like literally year over year, they show up to everything, whether it's virtually or in person. But we have Don and Stacy and Jessa and Ty and Octavia and Avril, and it's just been my sister Ashley. Like, we've had this amazing group of people around us, supporting us, giving us advice, like I said, speaking life into us, and whether it be like little comments on online, whether it's a quick text they send, whether it's a comment on a video, whatever the case may be. But I just want to say thank you. And thank you to like all of the guests we had on that trusted us to share their story with us, right? Like, when we sit down with these ladies, we're asking these ladies to be extremely vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
And people really trusted us to do that. And hopefully we've created just this amazing space for people to continue to do that. But I really appreciate everyone. And then a special thank you to you. I know I said a little bit earlier, but there's nobody else I would have chosen to go on this podcasting journey with. We learned so much about podcasting, learned so much about ourselves, about each other, and just really that notion of like, you really can do it, right? Yeah. Like, as scary as different situations and things may appear on the outside, like, we really put ourselves out there and we did a great job doing so. So
we definitely did. Thank you, Tia. Thank you for joining us on this first episode of season 6 Inside Lines podcast. I will miss you. I love you. But we going to keep in touch. You ain't going nowhere.
It's not goodbye. It's see you later.
All right, y'all. Well, that's our show. For the latest on Inside Lines podcast, make sure to follow us on both Instagram and Facebook at Inside Lines Podcast. And also, please subscribe to our Fantasy Football League. It's also on Facebook under Inside Lines Fantasy Football. You can also listen online or share your favorite episodes at our website, which is insidelinespodcast.com. And until next time, leave it all out on the field. Thanks for listening. Holla!